So I created this little deck in response to the Panama protests news and wanted to run through it real quick. It's going to be a quick few-minute video to deliver the news from the ground and what's the impact is for normal people. So Panama protests and the copper mine specifically, what's in it for us. So the protests, why? I'm going to cover the news from the ground, the renegotiation of mining contracts, the environmental impact, and these protests are also madly in government corruption and the high cost of living. So it's not all about the mine. So first of all, where the mine is. The mine is in the province of Colón. It's between Veraguas and Coclé and the Colón provinces. I marked it with a star, so that's where it is. So the protests mostly are intensified from Veraguas province westwards. So first of all the Interamericana Panama Highway number 1 is blocked in many places, but starting from Veraguas and westwards, it's blocked almost 24/7 in between Panama City and all the way to the beginning of Veraguas province. The highway is closed and open intermittently to let the traffic through. But if you want to travel freely, then the best way to do it is at night, past 10 o'clock, past midnight. That's to guarantee that you'll have freedom of movement. In terms of Panama City, it is Cinta Costera and Casco Viejo and Calle 50. So the 50th Street, the business district, the Cinta Costera that goes along the Pacific Ocean in Panama City, and Casco Viejo, the old city, is and University of Panama as well. That's where you'll see protests constantly. Now, what's in it for the common folks? So from Veraguas province westwards, it translates into no gasoline, and then translates to propane gas as well. So propane is used in Panamanian homes for cooking and heating the water in some houses, and gasoline, as you know, is for trucking and the usual transportation. Also, west of the country, we'll started seeing empty shelves. So the produce that is arriving in the stores is not fresh anymore, and a lot of products are gone from the shelves. Around Panama City, it's still okay. West of Panama City, okay until you reach Veraguas. So from Veraguas westwards, so Chiriquí and such, you'll see shelves like that. Now, what's in the mining contract? In fact, it's not bad at all. So I personally don't understand why the protests are protesting. I don't think it's anything related to mine. The mine has been in operation since 2007. This year, the contract has been renegotiated in favor of the government of Panama. So I do not know what's the big deal. Before, the mine has been paying around 61 million a year to Panamanian coffers. This year has been renegotiated to 375 million a year. That's a minimum payment. So if they produce more, this number goes more. So 375 is the minimum. A lot of this money goes into the pension fund to help the pensioners that receive less than 350 balboas or US dollars a month in pension, so it helps them out. There is one. Another thing is the environmental impacts. So people are screaming on top of their lungs that it has a big environmental impact. So I ran a few statistics here. Panama is about 40% covered by forests. In comparison, other countries, Canada 31 forests, US of A 34% forested, Mexico 34% forested. So Panama is more forested than a lot of these countries. Cobre Panamá itself, it's an open pit mine, so it takes some land. They take some land, but in reality, it just takes 0.2% of total land mass of Panama. It's about the size of Miami. And it's in the boonies, so nobody lives there. It's surrounded by forest, and there's just one road in, one road out, and they have access to a small port in the Atlantic as well, where they ship the product. If what Panamanian protesters want becomes a reality, and the mine is stopped, shut off, there will be no mining no more, then the effect will be huge. Not only Panamanians will lose $375 million a year, do not know what will replace that, but also the mine employs 3,000 people directly and 40,000 indirectly, supporting the mine, providing the trucks, fuels, maintenance, food, transportation, power, and so on and so forth. So all the services surrounding the mine. So 3,000 direct people will lose their work, and 40,000 people who indirectly support the mine will be cut back as well. So that's all I wanted to give you as a quick overview for the protests. So I honestly don't think the mine is the issue. It's been in operation since 2007. There was no issue. Now the contract renegotiated in favor of Panama, and suddenly there are protests. I think the real reason is because there's more money coming in. The government didn't pay off the political opponents or other interested parties who were not privy to that or not part of that contract. So they're sponsoring the protests. Also, next year, there are political elections in Mayo de Cinco, actually, Cinco de Mayo. The 5th of May 2024 will be elections in Panama, so I think it's very much related, and I expect the protest to last until then, although there will be a referendum mid-December where Panamanian people will vote to stop the contract, break the contract, or keep the contract in place. But I think if the contract is stopped or broken, there's a big economic impact on Panama, the country, and the government operations as well. But currently the protests are affecting, by blockage of the roads, their own people. There's no gas in half the country. The product is not getting through, and the overall atmosphere is not conducive to tourism or business investments. That's all I want to bring you to you folks today.